I can tell you this didn't happen under President Trump. And I know there's a lot of people on the left that want to try to blame President Trump. He wanted out of Afghanistan real bad. He was real frustrated not being able to get out, but he didn't pull out because he knew this would happen. In fact, we all did. I called it on this program. My 12-year-old son knew about it. And so I've got Americans there that are stuck. To me, that's a hostage situation. But, Joe, I appreciate you working to get them out. I really do. Yeah. And I wish you all luck in the world.
With due respect, thank you for... With due respect, Grant, I mean, like, veterans, you know, being one, right, and our friends are over there. Right. We followed this closely for multiple administrations, and we know the Trump's administration's efforts here were fairly weak, that they were trying to limit the number of people that would get out. And
Joe,
so there was coordination problems.
Joe, I'm gonna cut you. I'm already weak. I'm already low on time, Joe. Joe, cut him off, please. Cut him off now. Cut him off now. You're not going to blame this on President Trump on my show. That's not happening. Now, I appreciate the work that you're doing. God bless you for being a veteran. God bless you for trying to get Americans out. But don't come on this program and take the talking points of the left and blame President Trump. That's not helping anybody. The Biden administration screwed this up from the very start. You know it. I know it. The country knows it. And to call them not hostages, I don't know how you don't call them hostages. They're stuck in Afghanistan with a country overrun with terrorists that are willing to kill them all. I'm mad about that, man. I really am. All right. We're going to slow it down because we've got a real hero coming up. That man's a real hero, too. He served.
Ah yes, nothing quite like the "We Love Our Troops" party, which coincidentally hates those same troops if they dare speak ill of their deity, Donald Trump. I mean, come on. Even the South Korea news lady would look at this and be like, dude, chill. Now, the Newsmax anchor in desperate need of a Xanax here is Greg Stinchfield. He was interviewing Joe Sabo, who'd been deployed to Iraq and was most recently working with a network of veterans and volunteers to ensure that both Americans and our Afghan allies were able to be evacuated safely out of Afghanistan. And apparently, the mild criticism of Trump offered here was just too much for Stinchfield to bear, because dear God, that man was 2 seconds away from lunging through the television camera to defend the honor of Donald J. Trump. Now, just one note on the issue of evacuations. First of all, I'm not here to suggest that the Biden administration's evacuation was perfect, but this was Stinchfield's defense of Trump. He said, quote, "I can tell you this didn't happen under President Trump. I know there's a lot of people on the left trying to blame President Trump. He wanted out of Afghanistan real bad. He was real frustrated at not being able to get out." But then he immediately followed up with the fact that Trump didn't pull forces out of Afghanistan because, quote, "he knew this would happen," and added, "in fact, we all did. I called it on this program." So which is it? Is Trump a hero because he wanted to leave, or is Trump a hero because he didn't leave since he knew it would be chaotic? Because he's literally trying to have it both ways here. You don't get to pat Trump on the back for intending to get out of Afghanistan, but also remaining in Afghanistan because he didn't want to do the hard work of actually evacuating. Unless, of course, you're Greg Stinchfield, and that is exactly what you do, and if you try to offer any semblance of pushback, he'll cut you off now. Cut you off right now. As far as hostages go, this may actually be the laziest talking point yet, and a testament to the overall success of the evacuation, because in reality, the US had alerted Americans 19 times since March to leave Afghanistan. 19 times. Still, as many as 200 Americans remain, and this administration is committed to getting them out if they want to get out. Remember, a number of these people don't want to leave. We've been in Afghanistan for 2 decades. People have lives there. They have families. They have children. So let's be careful not to martyrize someone who doesn't want to be martyrized. And of course, these right-wing reporters also fail to acknowledge the unprecedented evacuation of more than 123,000 people from the country in just a matter of days. A feat that journalists opined wouldn't even be possible for numbers half that large. But the Greg Stinchfields won't acknowledge that number because it's way easier to vilify Joe Biden over 1 to 200 Americans remaining in Afghanistan than it is to acknowledge the success of airlifting 123,000 people to safety. Again, that's not to say that we shouldn't also focus on those Americans who remain if they want to be taken out, but let's use at least a shred of context here. And by the way, that missing context is a key element to the coverage, because let's not forget, this war didn't start and end in the 8 months that Joe Biden's been president, even though right-wing media would have you believe that it did. It spanned 4 administrations from both parties, with every president failing to end it before Joe Biden. We spent $2 trillion, lost thousands of lives, and the fact that the country fell so quickly to the Taliban is all the proof you need that we should not have been there, because we clearly didn't accomplish what we'd set out to accomplish. So Republicans can try to slam Joe Biden all they want, but the guy actually did the right thing by getting us the hell out. And just so we're clear, clamoring for endless war is not the right position, should not be the default position. It is an insane position that has cost us immensely in both money and human lives. Only one president put a definitive end to this war, and let's be crystal clear here, it wasn't Donald Trump. So look, all of those facts aside, this whole moment between Stinchfield and Sabo should serve as a testament to the chilling degree to which right-wing media shills for Trump, and does so in a cult-like manner. We're talking about an anchor screaming his head off because a veteran offered some light criticism. That isn't exactly up to journalistic standards goes without saying, but just on a human level, this level of groveling is hauntingly disgusting. So before you go to bat for Donald Trump, consider who you're aligning yourself with, because that isn't exactly the team that I'd choose to be on. If you enjoyed that video and you're looking for a deeper dive, check out my podcast, No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen. It's a no BS look at the top stories of the week, along with interviews with the top names in politics, like Vice President Kamala Harris, Jen Psaki, Elizabeth Warren, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Katie Porter, Pete Buttigieg, and more. Again, that's No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen, available anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also, if you want to see more videos like this one, click the subscribe link right here on this screen to join the more than 1 million people who've already subscribed to my channel. And finally, to donate to my Don't Be a Mitch fund, where I'm raising money for a whole raft of different voter outreach and voter registration groups in the closest states ahead of midterms in 2022, including Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Texas. You can find that link on this screen as well. Thanks for watching.